This is Hollywood. Your pal Matias Bombal with you, and from Roadside Attractions, we have an entirely new movie called Gimme Shelter. This is entirely new and has nothing to do with the earlier film of the same title from 1970, about and featuring the Rolling Stones musical group, nor is it the 2008 film of the same name, directed by Ben Affleck. In this Gimme Shelter, a drama directed and written by Ron Krauss, we are greeted by a phrase right at the beginning, which seems to be the wave of current movies, based on a true story. Young Miss Vanessa Hudgens stars as Agnes Apple Bailey, a teen that flees her abusive mother, played by Rosario Dawson, looking as insalubrious as you'll ever see her, to search for her father, only to run from him once found and try to survive on the streets. Filled with the impatience of youth, inability to trust anyone, she is intolerant and reticent and shuts people out, not accepting any help from anyone. That is until she has a life-changing automobile accident where she not only discovers that she's pregnant, but encounters an influence of a positive nature, a hospital chaplain played with great presence by James Earl Jones, in a welcome return to the screen. With his influence, she slowly begins to see hope for the future and accepts admission to a home for pregnant mothers operated by Kathy, played in this scene by actress Ann Dowd.
Apple, we have a serious problem. Your mother will not give her consent for you to be here.
No.
I'm very sorry. I tried everything I could.
How could you call her? She will never let me go. Not as long as welfare keeps sending her money. Why would you do this to me?
Because she threatened to call the police and charge us with kidnapping. What do you have against your mother? Did she ever abuse you? What did she do?
I don't want to talk about it.
As oppressive as this story may seem, overall, I found it one of the most hopeful films in this new year, with a message of possibilities for those in similar hard-luck situations, and may offer a glimmer of inspirational feelings for audiences who may have known someone or experienced a similar plight. The film is photographed by cinematographer Alain Marcon on actual motion picture film made by Eastman Kodak. Of course, what you see in the theater is digitally projected, but a new cinema practice has been slowly developing among cinematographers wishing to continue to use film in this digital age. A less expensive route than 35mm motion picture film negative is the new retooling of that old standby, 16mm. 16mm uses less total film stock because of its smaller width, and motion picture engineers have recently developed a way to get more image area out of a 16mm negative. There are actually two new 16mm formats now in use in major studio feature film production: Super 16 and Ultra 16. This image shows you the available image area on the film stock between all three formats of 16mm. Since cameras have to have their apertures retooled for the two different new formats, this has not been introduced for film projection in this film format, but simply to photograph films and then transfer the film to digital for editing on specially designed machines just for this purpose. Gimme Shelter is just such a film, and the film format used in this feature is Super 16. It returns the look of film to the screen in a very welcome way, the grain of film and the occasional speck of dirt that is seen going by in the flash of an instant, only noticeable to the professional eye. Also in this film, we see a fine performance from Brendan Fraser, perhaps his best role since Gods and Monsters as Apple's father. Playing his wife in this film is Stephanie Shostak, who I'd not seen before. She comes from the world of television, and although her role in this film is cold and unsympathetic, I found myself wanting to see more of her, and was most charmed by the way she wrinkled her nose. Overall, this is a dramatic offering that is excellent. I really liked it, and I was surprised to find my fellow reviewers at the advanced screening I attended did not share my opinion. Usually, it's the other way around. Thus, I encourage you to see this new Gimme Shelter with Vanessa Hudgens. I think she'll win you over as she did me. This is your pal, Matias Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.